Hey, if you're a busy professional and you know you need to get started on a fitness program and maybe you've lost your way, you've gained some weight, your energy's down, or you're just looking to get back on track with your health, your fitness, or even your life, hey, this video is for you. All right, so stick around. I'm gonna give you some details that are gonna help you get from where you're at to where you wanna be. All right, so I'm gonna jump right into it. So I'm Coach Ramiro, I'm Ages Fit Coach. I get to help busy professionals each and every single day. How can I validate that this works? Guys, I've been doing this for 42 years of my life, and I promise you it works. And so what I'm gonna give you are some specific details that are gonna help transform your fitness, your health, and ultimately your mind and your mindset so that you can get started wherever you're at. Why does this matter to you right now though? All right, so what's changed in your life? And so I have found with working with so many busy professionals, there's a couple of things that have changed. Your body's changed, right? Maybe you've gained some weight, your energy level's low, you don't like the way you feel. Maybe you go in the mirror, you look at yourself, you do the mirror test, and you're like, man, I don't like what I see. And so maybe that's rattled your confidence. And so I get to work with busy professionals each and every single day. And the one thing that I hear from them over and over again is, man, my energy level is down. And so that might be energy level in the boardroom, or maybe you're a busy parent and you don't have the energy to go hang out with your kids. And so I get to help people every single day transform their fitness. And the way we do that is we start shifting their thinking. Remember, fitness is 80% psychology, 20% mechanics. The thing is, you haven't practiced this your whole life. All right, and then all of a sudden you want fitness to show up. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to practice this day in, day out, and day in, day out. And so what you have to do, you have to be like that person that has been smoking for 20 years and just one day, boom, they just decided they're going to change. You have to make a decision that you want to be healthy. This is a lifestyle. This is not just something you're going to do. This is something you're going to take with you for the rest of your life. So if you want energy, you want to feel better, you want to improve your health, you want to improve your life, you have to start with a plan. And this is where most people are confused, especially if you've never worked out a day in your life. So the first type person I like to talk about is the never ever. All right, you've never worked out. And if you've never worked out, it could be so confusing because there's billions of videos on maybe YouTube or Instagram, or wherever you're finding and consuming your content at, and you don't know where to start. And so the hardest thing for most people is just having some clarity, having some structure, and having a plan. For me, it was really simple. Growing up, I had no examples of fitness in the early days, but what I had was a desire that I wanted to improve. And man, by the grace of God, I got around the right coaches that guided me along the way, and it led me down a path where I was always around high-level coaches that showed me exactly what to do. If you don't know where to start, it's okay. Most people are lost when it comes to this area of their life. Sadly, only 2% of the nation get positive success when it comes to fitness. We're talking long-term success. And so if you want to have some improvement, the easiest and the shortest route to your success is find somebody who's 10 times better in an area of their life, especially this one that you want to get better at, and have them show you what to do. Whether you're getting an online plan, you're getting direct coaching, or more importantly, you're getting something that's going to give you some structure and some guidance. This is really what you're looking for. So I would recommend the first thing you do is get a plan and stay consistent with it, no less than 90 days. Give it 90 days to work on that plan consistently over time. What you do is you set a short-term goal, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And when you lay out that timeline, what you're doing is you're setting some benchmarks. I'm not talking just weight, all right? So some people want to lose weight, some people might want to lift heavier in the gym. What I would focus on are consistency with the amount of days that you're trading, all right? So just make a plan to say, okay, over the next 90 days, or let's break that down into 3 segments. Over the next 30 days, I'm going to train X amount of time per week consistently, and I'm gonna set a benchmark. I'm gonna do a fit test day 1, and I'll actually leave it in the description below. I'll actually leave you a video of a fit test that you could actually do. I'll leave it in the description. Just a handful of exercises that you would do. This is all body weight stuff, and then you do it, and then 30 days later you do it again, and then 30 days later you do it again. And this is literally an opportunity for you to see your improvement, and it's powerful. Some people not only double it, some people triple and do 4 times more 90 days down the road. Remember, start where you're at, you work on it, you get better, and you improve over time. That's what you're looking for. So you're looking for a plan, you do the plan, and you're consistent with the plan. Those are the 3 steps right there. So that's where you start. So that's the never ever. I've never ever worked out. So the second group of individuals are the rebooters. They're the individual who start, stop, start, 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 stop, start, stops over and over and over and over again. And they'll do that for 20 or 30 years. And sadly, what I find with this individual is they're no better off 20, 30 years down the road than they were when they started. They might have gained weight, lost the weight, gained the weight, lost the weight, gained the weight, lost weight. And they'll repeat this vicious cycle over and over and over again. That's your pattern. And so you need a pattern interrupt. And the pattern interrupt would be, okay, what if I start and I never stop? Like I started training when I was 12 years old, and that was it. I haven't stopped. At the time of this video, I'll be 54 in 2 months. And why have I not stopped? Because along the way, in different stages of life, there was always something that was anchored in as the motivation for me. right? In the early 20s was racing. I was running track in college. In my 30s, I wanted to be the fittest I could ever be and really transform the way I thought. No kids, and I went after it, and I was doing a lot more racing and, you know, goals that were important to me. In my 40s, I wanted to look for long-term health, and I want to spend time with my kids and show them the value and the importance of having a healthy lifestyle. I had kids when I was 40 and 43, and now in my 50s, I'm really leading by example how healthy aging really looks and having motivation along the way. And that motivation for me was simple. What's your motivation? What's going to be the thing that's going to keep you going, keep you inspired, keep you invigorated? And so as you keep moving down this path down the road with your life, like, why is it important for you to have energy, or to lose weight, or to maintain your weight, or to feel good, or keep your confidence up? All right, what's gonna be the thing that's gonna inspire you every single day when you wake up, when you're tired and you don't feel like doing it, especially if you're the rebooter? The moments you start is because you're highly motivated. Here's the deal, man. Motivation is like the wind. One day it's this way, one day it's this way. But discipline is always forward, no matter how you feel. You show up daily. All right, it's the law of energy. You go, even if you're tired, at the end of the workout, you're gonna feel 10 times better than what you did when you started, especially if you started with no energy. All right, you can only go up, man. If a man fear no fall when he hit rock bottom, only direction you can go is up. So I have found that the easiest way to get started when you're the rebooter, somebody who's trying to get started again, find an area of your life that can inspire you. All right, if you can't find one area of your life, then you haven't dig deep enough to find something that's gonna motivate you from the inside when life gets busy. Here's the easiest time to get started for most people is when life is perfect. Here's the deal, man. If you got a heartbeat, life's never gonna be perfect. So you got to learn to go no matter what. And my daughter had open heart surgery when she was 2 years old. I took 3 days off, and that was it. That's like the most amount of time I've ever taken off in my life. So life's gonna happen to you or for you. When it's happening to you is because I'm busy, I'm tired, I tried everything, doesn't seem to work. You're gonna give yourself all the reasons and excuses why you can't get going. But my suggestion is let life happen for you. Look at the thing that's stopping you and just tell yourself, okay, because I'm busy, I need to be more disciplined with my time. Hey, because I don't have time, I need a well-structured program that's efficient with my time. You have to reframe it so that way you start thinking a little bit differently in terms of how life is happening for you, because it's a lesson. And the lesson's gonna repeat until the lesson is learned. And I'm telling you, if you don't learn the lesson, this is why you keep rebooting. You keep repeating the same patterns. You fall, you get up, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up, and you're repeating the same vicious cycle for decades. That is insanity. If you want to see some success in this area of your life, it makes it really simple. Start where you're at, you work on it, you get better. That is a simple formula I've used for decades, but you have to anchor that in with something that's going to inspire you every day. So the goals, notice my hands over here, and this is where you're at. And this is the gap from where you're at to where you want to be. That is the motivation right there. And that's the thing that you have to find. That's personal to you. So every single client that I've ever had in my life, I help them find this thing right here. So I ask them some simple prompt questions. I'm like ChatGPT Ramiro, all right? I ask you some questions that are gonna get you to think, okay, sometimes it tugs on your heart just a little bit because these are things that are really personal to you. I had a firefighter I was working with. He was like 325 pounds. He was overweight. And I asked him this one question. His wife was sitting right next to him. I asked him this one question, and the dude started just bawling. And the wife looked over and said, I didn't know. And I replied to her, well, you didn't ask him the right questions. So I'm gonna ask you, what's gonna be the thing that's going to inspire you where you're currently at right now so that you could get inspired to say, I'm gonna keep going no matter what, because defeat should never stop you. So you literally have to draw a line in the sand and have a come to Jesus moment and say, hey, no matter what, I'm doing it. That's it. You put your foot down. You have to make a decision. And that decision just says right here, I'm doing it no matter what life throws me. Because life's going to throw you curveballs along the way. I got fired 7 days before the birth of my very first daughter. And I got home, my wife's like, what are you doing here? I said, man, I just got fired. And she said, what are we going to do? I said, man, I know what we're not going to do. We're never going to work for anybody else ever again. And as a result, we never did. And that was 14 years ago. You have to have this come to Jesus moment, draw a line in the sand, and just decide that today is going to be the day you're going to go. All right. So get started wherever you're at. If you don't know where to get started, hey, you can comment method. I'll show you how to get started. I'll help you. And then from there, I'll teach you exactly what to do. And lastly, you're the high thriver. Maybe you're thriving with your career, but maybe your fitness, your health isn't matching exactly where you want to be. I work with busy professionals all the time. And the one thing that I hear over and over and over again is, I'm a high performer. Why am I not performing well with my fitness? Number one reason, you haven't given a priority to your fitness like you give to your career. So what I have found, busy professionals will give 50% of their life to their employer. How much attention are you giving to your health and your life? And so what I would say is, all you gotta give is 4%. 4% of your day is only 1 hour. You deserve 1 hour of your health and your life. The only thing you have to do is get up every single day and give it a priority. When you don't give it a priority, all right, where focus goes, energy flows. If you give it zero attention, I can guarantee you that's the return on the investment that you're gonna get with your fitness and your life. So if you want some help, you want some guidance, you want some structure, and you want to improve this one area of your life, all you have to do is just decide that you're gonna give it some attention. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Busy performers I've found do the absolute best, and here's the reason why. They just need to be told what to do. They don't lack discipline. They have high level discipline. They show up every single day. They're consistent all the time. All they're lacking is a structure, plan, and just being told exactly what to do. So if you do want some help, you do want some guidance, you do want some structure, comment method, I'll send it to you right now. But other than that, get started wherever you're at. Never quit. Believe in yourself and just know that today is going to be the best day of your life. All right, I'm Coach Ramiro, your Age to Fit coach. Go get whatever you're in pursuit of. I believe in you. If you want some help, get started now. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.